Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, for the week ahead, breaking chains. Breaking chains. June 5th through June 12th. This is amazing energy. That's why I said empowered vibes, because this is empowering to see the chains of your life that might be holding you back, to break those chains, to decide that you are willing to make some changes. This is empowerment. And we all have different chains, all right? We might have a ball and chain, you know what I mean, that we need to just sever. We might have addictions or substance abuse issues, alcoholism that might be chains. We might have depression that is chains for us. We might have people, family members, dysfunctional people in our lives, different jobs that are unhealthy. Whatever bogs you down is a fucking chain. Whatever lowers your vibe is a fucking chain, all right? And allowing yourself to recognize these things and remove these things is so empowering, and that is what the fire signs have this week. I must say this though, some of the other signs are really dealing with some shit. Fire signs, I feel like you're kind of cleaning up some shit. You know what I mean? Like they're moving through it, but fire signs, you're kind of already on the other side. Just a touch, that's what I feel from this kind of an energy. The patterns hit us all, and I feel like you are recognizing what has been holding you back, and you are deciding to take that control into your hands and make changes based on that, your own evaluations of your life, and begin to improve things, okay? So the soul's lesson for this week for fire signs is doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. And I have to say this. A journey of 1,000 steps only starts with one, okay? But doubt can stop anything in its tracks before it even starts. Doubting yourself, doubting your own power, doubting your sustainability, your perseverance, your resilience, your endurance, your effectiveness, doubting yourself being able to break these chains, being able to sustain this period, being able to uphold this for however long. I feel like you're really wanting to make big changes, but you don't know if you can sustain it. Or maybe you don't know if it's the right thing to do. Maybe you're afraid of how it might affect other people in your life. But again, your life is your own. And how does it affect you? That is the number one priority. Okay? And then other people get to respond through their own perspective. Okay? But you get to make your choices. Now, the card that you have supporting this, 36. 3 and 6 is 9. 9 is the closing of a chapter. Differences. I see the black and the white cat there. I see the two different fruits there. I see the differences, but agreeing to disagree, being able to get along. I feel like fire signs, this is crazy. So you may want to make some choice. You might want to make some changes. And I feel like you want everybody else to do the same. Okay, I'll just say this. Some of you guys, some of you fire signs, I feel like you see the chains. Hey man, we need to stop eating fast food. You know, or I want to quit smoking. Let's do it together. You know, team, buddies, you know, let's go to the gym, whatever. I feel like you want others on board to support you so that you know you can follow through with it. But others may not want to. They're like, what? I don't want to go to the stupid gym. What are you talking about? Right? I feel something like this. Okay. So it's very important that doubt within yourself. I almost feel like it's not like, I don't know if I don't know if I can do this alone. Oh, so they're telling me, fire signs, whatever this is, this change, I don't know if I can do this alone, but you can't. Wow. Yeah. That is amazing, Megan. And that is fantastic and awesome. And I am proud of you, girl. Spirit is proud of you. You're about to lead the way in sobriety in your house. That is fantastic. And it's hard, man. It's always a choice. It's always a choice to do the right thing versus the easy thing, right? And you're setting such a great example. And that is huge. Huge. And why, Megan? I want to say this, Megan. Why? Why are you making that decision? Because you feel like it's probably the best thing for you to do, right? Good for you. Even though it's hard. Yeah, it is. Thank you. It's a must. Good for you. Good for you. And that's what matters. Some people can I'll tell you, some people can be functional and do all kinds of things, okay? But then for others, those kinds of things may be detrimental. okay? And they're not functional, and it really deteriorates things. I'll say this, I don't judge. I got many friends who drink or smoke or any old thing. I don't drink. I can't. You know why? I'll tell you why. I'm not an alcoholic. I learned to use alcohol as a tool for destruction. I learned that when all's lost and I really want to screw things big time, I'll just get wasted and fight people and go to jail or whatever it is, happens. I don't know. I end up blacking out. My consciousness leaves because it's appalled at the bullshit that I'm doing, okay? So personally, I don't drink, but for that reason, it's bad for me, man. It's bad for people I'm in contact with. I choose not to. But it's a choice. It's always a choice. You think I don't get mad and want to get drunk? Sometimes I say, F this life, it's too hard, I'll get wasted. And then I go, wait a minute, then the life is still here, and I've just hurt everyone and pissed everyone off, and maybe I'm in jail now. Who knows what's going on? So it's always a choice. And Megan, good for you. Good for you. And I'll tell you, you are strong enough. You are strong enough. And yes, your life needs you to show up fully. Girl, you should be sitting up here speaking. What are you doing right now? You need to be preaching to everybody right now. I love what you're saying. You are strong enough, and you don't need the crutch, and that is freaking amazing. I'm so proud of you, because it is hard. It's hard, especially if you're the front runner, if you're the first person. I feel here like, the difference is here, know that you can do it on your own, even if others are not doing it with you. Okay, and that's another layer. Megan, I'll just say this right now, your higher self probably thinks you're badass, like mine, and that's why you're in this situation, to assert your own sobriety, because you know it's the right thing and the best thing for yourself, regardless of what anybody else is going to do. Oh, you're welcome, honey. I'm glad you're here. Helene says, I don't drink. I need to stay in control of myself. I understand. I drink when I want to lose control and escape somehow. And it works, but then I come back and my life is in shambles. So I don't drink. I don't drink for that reason. But what I do want to say is, anybody who's attempting to change their routine in such a way, like I'm talking about drugs, alcohol, substances, shopping, sex, porn, who knows what other addictions you have. There are so many different support groups in person and online that can help you through maintaining your abstinence of that thing. Okay, because it's so easy to just go right back in. It's so easy to get pulled. Yeah, food, anything. It's so easy to get pulled back into those same old loops and patterns because it's familiar and you already know it. And if you want to get out of that, it's advisable to join a support group, or like an AA or an NA or an OA or whatever it is that is for you, online or in person, that you can show up to, be accountable to, add to your schedule to replace that other thing, and begin to plug in a new healthy way with people who are like-minded, who can support you and understand the struggle that you're going to. Because I'll say this right now, normies have no fucking idea what it's like to get clean. Drug counselors, I'm not bad-mouthing anybody right now at all, but drug counselors who have learned from a book are not nearly as effective, in my opinion, as drug counselors who have experienced and gotten clean and firsthand. Firsthand experience, it makes a huge difference. A huge difference. So Megan, plugging in with a group, either online or in your local area, is really indicated for you to effectively continue the pattern of sobriety in your life. Yes, I love this. Evelyn, that's why I'm going to be a drug and alcohol counselor. That is fantastic. I hope that you are truly taking steps on that path, because the world needs you. The world needs that. There are too many lives that are ruined by drugs, you guys. Too many families. Not even just single lives, whole families that are affected and impacted. So Megan, join a support group, even if it's at a church, whatever you vibe with, you know what I mean? And I want to tell you this, you may feel uncomfortable at first. Anything new is uncomfortable, right? Anything new is weird, but allow yourself a little bit of a grace period to continue to go. and continue to get plugged in, and then realize like people remember your name and you remember theirs, and the next time you're like, hey, how'd your week go? And then you're like, oh man, what's going on with this or that? You get excited to go plug in with your new sober friends and take that time away from your regular life and your stress and everything else. It becomes something pleasurable. It can become a joy. And that is really beneficial to sustaining your recovery. And yeah, you can't judge another person. No one has walked in anyone else's shoes. So let's keep going with this now. All right, where did I leave off now? I'm on fire signs. I went through the signs. Differences, man, I'll tell you. Agree to disagree. Allowing yourself to do it on your own, if that's what you need to do. And I really truly feel like even if others do not conform right away, you're leading by example. You're teaching them by example. You're showing them that even though things have been one way, any person can decide to change and better themselves at any time. So honey, pat yourself on the back for even just one time, you know? One time is all it takes, and every time is a success. So I really want to point that out. I know Megan, I'm with you just a little bit, but I'm with everybody. Pat yourself on the back for every success. You don't have to get to a certain milestone or a certain point or a certain achievement. Oh, now I can really congratulate myself. You know, congratulate yourself for today. Congratulate yourself for not being a scumbag. How about that? How many scumbags are out there in the world? You're not one of them, are you? Congratulate yourself for that. I'll say it right now. Okay, so let's dive in with Aries. Aries, you got the Six of Coins supporting your reading here. Oh boy. So Aries, this is what I feel for you, okay? Six of Coins is generally about generosity. It's generally about giving and taking in an equal measure, helping someone out or someone helping you. But I'll tell you what, Aries, with the rest of your message here, I feel like breaking the chain of bailing other people out of their shit is your message, okay? I feel like breaking the chains of bailing other people out, lending them money, enabling them in some way, even if you know they're not going to pay you back, giving the benefit of the doubt, but whatever, bailing them out time and time again is not going to allow them to learn their lessons to their capacity, because you're preventing that by bailing them out, Aries. That's what I feel with the Six of Coins. It's one thing to help someone, it's another to enable someone. I feel these might not even be your chains. Aries, other people in your life might have freaking addiction problems, substance abuse issues, shopping problems, whatever this could be. I feel like other people in your life, and maybe you know, or you're not quite sure. That's why that doubt is there. I don't know. I'm not like that. There's no way. I'm not sure, but they'll pay me back. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Aries, it's advisable to hold the status quo, not to give any money that you don't feel you're going to get back. I really feel this here. Let me just say this. Aries, I want to say, take it as it resonates. You know your life. If that same old whoever comes to you this week and says, oh, I need, $40 for whatever, this or that, some kind of nonsense and storyline, I don't know. And you, oh, you know what? I don't have it, right? I'm sorry, I don't have it. Watch how that person reacts. They're telling me right now, Aries, that person will flip the fuck out. Okay, I'm sorry, but that is a clear indication of you making the correct decision. I'm so sorry to say this, but they're saying if someone's going to flip the heck out because you won't give them that money or take them to that place or whatever this is, there is something much deeper going on in that relationship that definitely requires some kind of attention. Some kind of attention. If it's not you, it's them, and there's something going on, and your awareness needs to be there, okay? It needs to be there so that person can begin to also heal, okay? Leo, you've got the King of Coins. The King of Coins. Oh my gosh. So the King of Coins is stability. Financial and physical stability, physical health and well-being, Leo, okay? Do you see how this guy is like, he's got his coin right there on display. He's been working at that thing for quite some time and he's proud of it, okay? What I want to say to you, Leo, is that you might have reached a place in your life, a time or two, where you felt quite content and satisfied and financially stable, right? You know, oh, I've got my place, my place is comfortable, my bills are taken care of, you know, I'm pretty, you know, content. I feel, Leo, like Spirit wants me to say that as you continue, you've reached this place. You might even be in this place right now. Wow, things are good. You know, I'm okay. It's decent. It's good. I'm happy. You know, I'm taken care of. I feel like you've had times in your life of this success. They're showing me like a graph. Leo, you're going up and down a little bit, up and down a little bit. You know what I mean? This success in this physical, tangible way. Okay, but as you recognize these other chains that are just pulling that success down a touch, okay? I'm saying you are successful, but when you release this chains, the chart's going to go way, way up. Okay, that's what they're saying, is that what you've seen so far is nothing. What you have seen so far as your own success is just a drop in the bucket of what you're going to be receiving once you truly release all doubt and drop those chains and allow other people to be who they are and allow yourself to be you and live your life and do you. It's about really separating those energies, man, Leo. I feel it. All kind of wrapped up in others, okay? And you've been successful here and there, etc. But there are things in your life that you could stand to change, to let go of, to make more space for better. That better is something that you've not yet seen and you can't even comprehend, okay? Spirit is saying it's bigger than you even know. So please, please, please continue to do the hard stuff. Continue to cut the things out that you're doing, and please, please, release that doubt, release the self-doubt, release the need to know what it's going to look like, because you don't know. It's going to be better than that. It's going to be better than that. That's why you don't need to know. Sagittarius. All right. So you have the breaking chains, the doubt, and the differences. All right. I feel like I got a bit of a different message for you on this. Now, Sag, like I was saying earlier, we're all different people. We're all unique. We all have our own ways of dealing with life and the way things affect us. And like we were talking about not drinking, right? And someone mentioned, you know, cannabis is an excellent pain reliever. And hey, yes, it is. And I'll tell you what, my consciousness doesn't split when I smoke cannabis. It's legal where I live. And I'll say this right now, Sagittarius, this is your card. Major Arcana card number 14, Temperance. I feel like your lesson is balance and moderation. It's not all or nothing. I feel like there are certain things you can stand to let go of and other things that you can keep in your life as long as you have a healthy balance and moderation of it. Okay? Sagittarius, temperance is really about balance and moderation and knowing your own limits and obeying those. Okay? Allowing yourself to flow through life and not be holding on to this or that other thing, okay? Knowing what's good for you and knowing to kind of abstain from things that may not be good for you, okay? I really do feel like with some of the other signs, this was a cutting of things, cutting out, I'm changing. Sagittarius, I don't feel that here. I feel you're changing your process, or you're changing your rations or your regimen. You're cutting back, if you will. Okay, well, I'm not going to quit smoking, but I'm only going to allow myself half a pack a day. You know, this kind of thing in moderation is what I feel for Sagittarius here. And that is the lesson at this time, is learning to balance and not all or nothing every time. All or nothing every time. It's learning that healthy balance of keeping step with life and allowing yourself the little pleasures along the way. Okay, that's what I feel for you this week, Sagittarius. Thank you so much, you guys, for letting me read for you. And I know that I was a little bit all over the place. And my apologies. I told you I've been having some seizures lately. It's been a little crazy in my house. It's been a little hectic in my life. But I do definitely appreciate everyone who tuned in with me. And I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Absolutely. I do value and appreciate all of you guys.